tutorial so far. It's about the invention of writing. Humans left Chauvet cave, discovered in 19 France, is one of the oldest adorned in the world and contains many inscriptions and 30 is one of the oldest adorned caves in the world and contains many inscriptions carried out between 3200 and 30,000 BC. Most of them are representations of animal man creatures, creatures and human hands. Most of them are Fuck. Let me just do it all here. Cave paintings. In prehistoric times, long before the inventions of writing, humans left traces of their existence in the caves where they resided. The Chauvet cave, discovered in 1994 in the southeast of France, is one of the oldest adorned caves in the world and contains many inscriptions carried out between 3200 and 30,000 BC. Most of them are representations of animal, but there are also hybrid creatures and human hands. The different representations overlap in a space that seem indifferent to the depths, as the contours of the image intertwine constantly. These prehistoric These prehistoric artists were skilled in several techniques: rock engraving, probably using hard or carved stone, and painting. The paint comes from crushing stones to produce a colored powder that then applied by hand or blown onto the cave walls. In almost all caves, but especially in Africa and Europe, the paintings are related to ritual practices such as the magic of hunting, fertility, or protection against enemies. Painted caves have long been regarded as a sanctuary where prehistoric man painted his visions of the world. It is estimated today that the pictorial representations depict a whole cultural socio-system, which includes both inhabited places as well as hunting territories. Cave of the Hands, Argentina. The cuneiform writing. Emerging in lower Mesopotamia between that's not 3200, that's 32,000. This is 3400. Emerging in lower Mesopotamia, whatever, between 3400 and 3200 BC, cuneiform script is, along with Egyptian hieroglyphs, I think, the earlier known system of writing. It is initially intended to transcribe Sumerian. These are new words, I'm going to have to look them up. However, it becomes a dominant system throughout the former Middle East. Cuneiform writing began in pictographic form and silhouette type shapes. Certain symbols were also used to represent a more significant part of an object. For example, a star to invoke the sky. The form then evolved to represent verbs, for instant, bread for eating, or water for drinking. In addition to these pictorial representations, The cuneiform writing system includes phonograms and phonetic signs that are used to transcribe a sound adapted to several other languages, including Akkadian, Hittite, Hittini, Hittite, and Elamite. I'm gonna look those up. And remains in use until the beginning of the Christian era. The name cuneiform stems from the Latin word cuneus, or wedge. Cuneus, or wedge. And the fact that the documents were written on clay tablets that transformed into wedge-shaped impressions from the stylus. The name cuneiform stems from the Latin word cuneus, or wedge, and the fact that the documents were written on clay tablets that transformed into wedge-shaped impressions from the stylus. Babylonian tablet covered with cuneiform letters. Egyptian hieroglyphics. The first Egyptian hieroglyphics date back to the end of 3200 BC. This formal writing system, which is born around the same time as the cuneiform script, is used for more than 3,000 years. The word hieroglyph comes from the Greek adjective hieroglyphos, I think, which literally means scared engravings. In Egyptian society at the time, writing is linked to political and religious powers. The pharaoh's scribes have a sole privilege of using hieroglyphics to write official letters. The hieroglyphs were plotted on shards of pottery or on paper form derived from papyrus using reed. Oh God. New words everywhere. The originality of Egyptian hieroglyphs stems especially from its figurative nature. Hieroglyphs are pictorial drawings that designated I forgot how to say that word. I know what that designated fuck, oh no. And that designate, oh God. Please help me. Google. Hey Google. No? Designate.
Here's the definition of designate. Appoint
Designate.
to a specified position.
Designated, not designate, designated for assignment, he was designated, yes, not designate, no, it's not designate, Mark, you stupid, it's designate, oh my God, hieroglyphs are pictorial drawings that designate an object or action. These characters can represent real or imaginary objects such as human figures, animals, or divine representations. Egyptian phonetic signs, which of a phonetic sign, meaning the sign is read independently of its visual characteristics. On unilateral signs, unilateral signs, and phonetic complements are also used to transcribe one or several consonants, vowels as one or okay. Unilateral signs and phonetic complements are also used to transcribe one or several vowels, consonants, as well as give indications of etymology. Okay. Egyptian hieroglyphs, writings, blah 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 blah. I can't read. Well then. I can't fucking read. I can't even read. I had a tough time reading this freaking word. I can't even read. Fuck. Ah. I can't even read. I'm having a hard time pronouncing designate. I said it as designate. 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 I can't.